You got to do a separation at this point in time, because you can't. People say one thing and do another all the time. Most High reads your telepathy. He already knows what you'll do between now and next year. So he's not gonna rock with you. You're gonna half of these people that you see in your face not even real, dude. Y'all need to understand that these are nothing but props, human props. They're not even real. Trust changing over. They're not even real, man. So you got a bunch of people pretending to be human, and they're nothing but props. They don't even have no life. Don't have no feeling. That's why they can do anything. They cut you up, eat you. They don't have no feelings. They're nothing but a reptilian. That's all they are, man. In human meat suits. You're going to be shocked as hell. I said this on so many shows, but we need to reiterate some things, but not all things, right? Half the political parties of Democrat, Republican, is nothing but the Tea Party that's controlled by one Eskenazi. Satan controls them all. And he has human beings to appoint who he wants to be in charge. None of these people are human. And I think people don't understand what I be saying when I say, dude, these are reptilians. None of them are real, man. Half the women that you get a hard on, those are clones. It's been, people say, well, it's coming out the end. Everything's coming out. What you mean coming out? I've been telling you about the industry for damn near 15, 20 years. Told you about all that. John Todd was the first person that went public, all right, about the industry. Myself, I was second. I put it on film. Steve Coakley told you about the boule first. He's the first brother that told you about the boule. I guarantee you I was second, because Steve Coakley put me on game. Steve Coakley was the first person told you about the boule. I was the second, because I put it in film. That's the only thing that's different. You can't take the credit away from Steve Coakley. The man was a genius. But the truth of Steve Coakley ran him insane. Steve Coakley's last days, his skin was bad. He had locks. He just was looking bugged out. Not because he was crazy, because the truth with no light would run you insane. And Steve Coakley had a lot of truth, but he didn't believe in that Yahweh stuff. He only believed in what's the Egyptology. And it drove him insane. That's facts, man. Go look at the old pictures of Steve and then he made the mistakes like all of our brothers that come into the truth. He believed if he could get it on the news, the world would be aware. He went to people like CNN, who's controlled by the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, etc. The private banks control them people, man. They have a script they follow. So when he started going, I tell y'all, whatever truth you guys, stay off these platforms. Don't go to no Velad. Don't go to no Breakfast Club. You don't have to go to all these fucking podcasts. Whenever a brother come into some truth, whether it be political, social, economics, or if it's just food and healthy choices, and you doing all of these tours, you're going to be broken down because you got no fucking light. You believe if you hit all these platforms that the world gonna hear you. They're not gonna hear you. It's an algorithm, brother. Dr. CB couldn't get it. Now you got Brother Yaki doing the same thing. All these different platforms, touring. It is what it is, man. I don't know why. I think when brothers come into truth and they're really, got a lot to say, put it in an ebook, man. Do your podcast, get your podcast show, and leave that shit alone. You know how many people have asked me to come on their podcast show? And I'm not talking about like audio. It's like literally come in person. We'll pay you. We do this. No, fuck that. I don't want it. There's a difference between me and the next man. I know who I am. Yash Karan know who he is. Okay? I know the straw person of the person on the bondmanship on the damn birth certificate. I know the real person versus the fictitious person that they made me try to be, right? I understand it. So I can't allow a man to let him or her put me on their platform and destroy who I am. See, if we don't have no light, we're destroyed, because you have to understand circumcision and circumspect. We don't have it. We're so hungry for truth, and then we'll put it on the people. I'm doing all this to wake up the people. It's not your job to wake up all the people. The Most High said if they have an ear, then let them hear. That means you can put it on a fucking cassette tape and hand them out. If they're going to listen, they're going to listen. It is not your job to try to wake up the world. That's how our people get destroyed. Why come we have this knowledge and we believe the world needs to fuck the world, brother? You didn't create the world. The Most High don't want you to heal the goddamn world. St. Michael Jackson healed the world. You will go insane trying to heal the world, because you know why the Most High don't want you to do it? And he looks at you and shakes his head, because half of these people that you see are not real people. They're props. They're prop humans, reptilians. So that's why he knows it's a waste of time to try to talk to some people in your family, because they under spells, man. You ain't gonna get this shit. Trust changing over.